me go live.
It's thinking.
I did a really fast post to Facebook because the first video was live on the other YouTube channel, and I promised I would when it went up.
Oh, good, good. Yeah.
I don't know if it worked because I was moving lightning fast so that I could continue to eat food before this started.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're live or not here.
I haven't gotten the little notification.
Okay. All right, you know what? I'm going to. All right, if anybody's seeing this, hold tight. I'm going to end this. I'm going to restart this. Something seems a little wonky.
Yeah. Good, finish my food. Ow.
Okay.
Attempt the second.
Okay. It didn't because it didn't tell me I stopped live stream. Okay, you guys, I'm not sure if maybe there we are live. Okay, I'm
All
not.
right.
You didn't get, did you get a notice? Hold
I
on.
did.
You did? So we
I
are,
did.
oh, okay, yep, I think we are live now. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, it must have been an update to Zoom or something. It doesn't look the same as it did. So anyways, you guys,
There
welcome.
was an update to Zoom.
Yeah, so I think that's what's changed. It doesn't say live the way it used to. So everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Knit Night with Louise and Jocelyn. And Zoom has locked me out of comments here, or YouTube has,
Yeah,
I guess.
that does happen a lot.
I know
That's
it doesn't.
normal.
It has not happened the last little while. So,
Oh, painful.
but I got my phone here. I'm gonna pull up some comments here. All right, so Jocelyn, it is check-in night for our
It is
go
check-in night.
knitting.
'Tis true. It is time for us to see how well we did.
So let's do a little reminder here for
Recap.
everybody. Yeah. What was your project?
I was going to be working on the Endless Summer Adventures cardigan. It's my very first garment design. So I said progress, no finish, because I'm still
Yeah.
figuring out what I like to design for
Yeah.
garments. So, oh, guys, I scarfed dinner. Oh,
Okay.
so full.
Okay, well, good stuff. Okay, so you had progress. That's exciting. I can't wait to see that. So
Oh,
mine, I
is
can't
that what
remember
that is?
if I said progress or finish. I think I wanted to say progress, but then got super excited and I probably said the F word. And it was on my DK socks.
I
Progress?
mean, if there was anything to get excited and say the finish word on, it would be a pair of DK weight socks.
You would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because like even I would reasonably be comfortable saying finish with a pair of DK weight socks.
Yeah, you
Like
should.
I wouldn't, I'm not sure I'd say it for fingering weight socks because I tend to knit Kevlar, but if I'm knitting a pair of DK
Yeah,
weight
yeah,
socks,
yeah.
they'd be like house slipper socks. They'd be like pull on over the leggings to stay home all day
Right.
kind of socks. Just my preference in socks and how warm I run, guys. Like a pair of hand knit socks, fingering weight, and a pair of boots keeps my feet warm to -40. I do not require more. I just don't. My feet get too warm and I don't like it. Now,
Well,
do my knees and my calves need leg warmers sometimes? Sometimes, yes, because jeans are not that thick. If I'm wearing my skirts and my petticoats, absolutely not. I feel perfectly comfortable.
well, then you got to have the knitwear for what you're wearing, right?
What you're wearing,
And
yeah.
you layer it on as you need it. Okay,
Absolutely.
I can see. Okay, I've got my phone up here, so guys, so I can see
Oh,
some.
good.
So there, hi Liz and Anne and Linda,
Hello. Hello, hello,
Kim.
hello.
Asa, you're on vacation, aren't you? You had a few
She
weeks off.
is.
Oh, so
Her
she's been.
last weekend.
Oh, this is the last weekend already?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, time goes by so quick. Okay, well, Asa, enjoy your last weekend. I'm so glad you're here. It's the middle of the night for you. Well, super, super late. Tracy and Cindy, hello, everybody. So, welcome to Friday night. We're kicking off the weekend. We're going to talk about what we had said we were going to work on this past month. And then you guys can vote. I've got a couple of projects here for voting for next month.
Okay.
Do you have a couple of projects pulled out ready for
Yes,
people, or you have an idea?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's talk about our projects. Do you want to pull yours out and see so we can see how much progress you got done?
I always go first.
Go first.
Are you trying to avoid your story? Because you'll have a story.
I always have a story. I don't have
Always have a
I have a
story.
very short and sweet story this
Always
time.
have a story. Yes. I took a photo. I posted it on the Amber Dragon Designs Instagram, I believe.
Okay.
I think I tagged you in the photo. Uh, and I showed about, I was about halfway up the body, maybe like a third of the way up the body,
Mhm.
somewhere in that vague
Mm.
range.
Yeah,
And I
that's
decided I didn't like it. Because of course I did. That's what happens when you
okay. So
blind.
there's a story
So
here.
here's my back panel. Recast it on.
Look how is it
Um,
sparkly or holy? It's
that
sparkly.
is it's sparkly and holy. It's got both.
It
It's
is.
a
Okay, the
it's a
green's
it's a
blue.
finger. It's a fingering. Oh God, my arms hurt. Okay, it's a finger. Guys, I injured myself. We'll just ignore it. It's whatever. It happens. Um, it is based off of the oh Lord, the Endless Summer Adventure shawl. So it's all garter, no purling, and it's got eyelet lace sections.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the eyelet lace sections in one color of sparkly fingering weight yarn. I'm doing the stockinette in a different sparkly fingering weight yarn. Dark purple and dark green, totally Jocelyn colors. It's totally fine. I was doing it in one piece back and forth,
Yeah.
and I wanted slightly more structure and I wanted it to be easier to adjust for different body sizes because we're not all the same and I'm
Hmm.
very hardcore about having options.
Yes.
So I ripped it and I'm doing it in pieces, which I know everyone's going like, pieces. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm also not sorry. Pieces are going to let people pick different back panels and front panels so that if you have a smaller chest and a bigger back, you can have pieces that fit you properly. And it's going to let people pick different sleeve sizes and make their armhole sizes the size they need to be for what their arms are.
Okay. I
It
like.
just gives more flexibility to the pattern design.
Yeah.
So I had to go this way, which meant I had to rip out the one that I was doing essentially in one piece. So I've got a bit of I got some back done.
Well, you're
But
up
it
to
took a lot.
but that's a lot of work because when you design things, you can only so much you can write out on paper until you
Yes.
actually start working it out to
Yeah.
see what you're envisioning. Um,
See if it's working
Versus
out the way you picture it in your brain pan.
yeah, in your brain, on your needles, and see if it's the
Yes.
same. And lots of times you have to make adjustments, so you
There's
don't
so much
know
ripping.
until
There's
you try it.
so much ripping back. There's so much
Yeah.
repondering how the things are structured or put together or how you want stuff to go. Because, like, a lot of my initial designs would work great, but there'd be no flexibility for height or, differentials and sizes and stuff. And I'm like, if
Okay.
I wanted a standard garment, I would buy something from the grocery, like from the commercial stores.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I would go buy a piece of fast fashion if I wanted something that didn't fit. I want something that's going to fit. It's going to fit a lot of
Good.
people relatively easily. It's going to be adjustable for different arm lengths, different arm sizes, different body lengths and sizes. It means I can make it as long as I need it for me, but I can write in finished measurements for everybody else.
Okay. I like that.
Knowing that
Options
if you
is
need the
always
extra long Jocelyn version, like me, you'll be adding a few inches to the bottom of the garment.
good.
It's the
Okay.
same reason why I did a second of the my favorite everyday cardigan
Yeah. Yeah.
because that is a long cardigan on me, which means on most people's it's going to hit thigh almost knee length
You
depending on
like
your
it?
height, which is too long. For most people it's too long. It's too much. So I made one that hits me at my lower hip range, which is what everybody else would be considered a below the butt long cardigan
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just because of height ratios. So I was like, I made one for me. Now I need to make a shorter version because there aren't as many me heights out there as there are other heights. There are me
As
heights
there
out
are
there,
knee heights.
but me heights will just make more inches. Like we'll just make a longer body. We won't even think about it.
So are you doing so on yours? So you're doing it is in pieces. You're
In
starting at
pieces.
the bottom
I'm
and going
starting
up.
at Yeah. Well, you can start at the top and go to the bottom. You start at the bottom. It's in pieces. It doesn't matter what end you start
So the
at.
back
So
is just, is there any,
it's going to be
um,
drop shoulder, drop sleeves. So no.
okay.
We're just going straight up. There's no shaping in it because
And
I
no
want it
waist
to be
shaping.
relaxed.
Okay.
No, no, for a garter knit cardigan, no, no, that bad boy is gonna stretch and drape like crazy. It's on superwash merino. I mean, it's got the stellina in there because it's sparkly, but like that bad boy is gonna drape. It's
Okay.
gonna get loosey goosey. I'm like, why, why
So yeah,
waist
we don't need
shaping?
shaping.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Now
Okay.
I might put a belt on it yet. Haven't made that decision yet. I haven't put the thing together. I don't
Okay.
know. We're gonna have
So
to wait and see how I feel when I'm done. But I like the idea of the piecing for sizing for people, for size inclusivity.
and you said so it's going to be a set-in sleeve then? Or did you say
Drop,
drop sleeve? Drop sleeve.
drop
Okay.
sleeve. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. To make
Nice.
it as easy as possible for people.
Yep. I like that. I like that. Easy is
I,
good.
Easy's good.
Easy is good.
Oh, Lord.
All
But it
right.
does mean I did a lot of math this month and not a lot of progress.
Well, I mean,
It's fine.
you did a lot of progress, right? Like sometimes like going back part, like the ripping part is also progress.
It is because I definitely had to wash my yarn she needed a bath to unkink. So
Yeah.
there was some steps in there. There were some
Well,
steps there.
okay. So how do you, when you pull out your yarn
Mm.
and then you reuse it? So do you
Mhm.
always wash it before you reknit it?
Depends on what I'm doing. Honestly, it depends on what hobby. If I'm crocheting, no. I find the kinked yarn for crochet isn't as a much of a problem as it is for knitting. Don't know
Interesting.
why, but I find for crochet I don't have to. I don't struggle to work with the kinked yarn as much as I do. But knitting, I really need the yarn to be smooth for knitting. Otherwise, I'm dropping stitches or I'm splitting them because the kink just falls a certain way. So I don't
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I knit with really sharp needles or if it's because I knit much tighter than I crochet. But for me, if I'm gonna reknit with a yarn, and I do reclaim yarn, I have to give her a bath. Unless it's acrylic. I mean, there's nothing really much to do. I mean, they still give it a bath. It doesn't really do anything, but acrylic doesn't really perma kink the way a natural wool does. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Or a
Okay.
cotton, like a cotton just relaxes after time, so it's fine.
So once you wait,
Not very much.
when you wash it and you hang it to dry, do you
Mhm.
weight it to pull it,
Nah,
pull it down?
nah. After a nice bath, and I just sort of tug it and thwack it like it's
Yeah.
hand spun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drape it over the shower, literally the shower curtain rail, and I let it dry.
And I dry. Okay.
Let it dry.
Good.
Yeah, it seems
I
to
would,
relax it enough, or relax it totally to the point where it doesn't bother me anymore.
yeah, I don't, I think once, like when I, like the very first time I had done it, I had done some reading about it and they said, oh, put a weight on it. So I don't know what I don't even know what I would have used. I think I did that once.
I
And then
mean,
anytime I've done it since, I don't bother either.
I don't stand there and like wring it dry. This thing's pretty sopping wet when she goes over the top. She just gets a light thwack on the side to settle all the fibers in the right straight, and
Yep.
then she just gets flipped over and like she drips hardcore into the
So,
tub for like the first hour or two. That's enough weight.
so
That's
yeah,
more
you
than
just the
enough weight.
weight of its own itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
The water.
Pulls it straight fine. I've
Okay.
never bothered with a weight. Never
Well, I'm
bothered.
really curious. Has anybody else reclaimed yarn and washed it and gone through this program process? I'd like to know kind of how.
Especially if I'm reclaiming yarn and it's not going into something right away. It
Mhm,
absolutely gets a washed. It gets hanged, it gets washed, and it gets stored properly. Like it
mhm.
gets the full wool wash treatment
Yeah.
and gets
Okay.
stored back with the other yarn because I
Okay.
don't know when I'll go back to pick that yarn up. I'm absolutely giving it a bath so that it's in its best condition possible to it then become something else.
Okay. That's probably great. Great.
Does it make my cat
Habit
look
to
at me
get into.
funny? Yes, absolutely. I mean, guys, remember I hand wash my own clothes. Okay.
That's right.
To me,
Yes.
it's
Very,
nothing.
very.
To me, it's nothing. I mean, I have to hand wash my undergarments. I have to hand wash my ankle braces. I have to have, like, there's already so much of my wardrobe that is hand wash only. At this
So
point,
what?
really, what's one more thing? It's
What's one
nothing.
more thing?
Absolutely nothing. It takes longer for my clothes to dry than it does to do anything else. I
Oh,
manage laundry the same time I'm meal prepping or I'm doing something like it's so not an extra thing in my schedule.
yeah. Now, hand washing your yarn or your socks or sweaters really
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's. I know we've talked about this multiple times, right? It just seems like it's It's like we're programmed to think that it's supposed to be work or supposed to take time, but
I
really
think most of it's that we've convinced ourselves that it's this
mm,
big epic chore when it's not.
it's really not. No,
It's
it
really
doesn't
not.
take that long. No, no,
I
none of
was
that.
people look at me all the time, they're like, what do you mean you have a full-on non-Western breakfast in the morning? They're like, yeah, but pancakes are for weekends. I'm like, pancakes are a weekday breakfast? Like, what are you doing for breakfast? By the time they've described their morning, I'm like, yes, our morning time's about the same time, anywhere from a half hour to an hour from start to finish, on average, to get up, get dressed, get breakfast, and to get out the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us have more time because we'll exercise first thing in the morning, so we get up earlier. Okay, cool. I don't count that first hour I'm awake. I'm a morning person. I get up, I exercise, I do other things. But
Mm-hmm.
that hour to feed myself, get dressed, and get to the computer to work, noting I have no commute time, guys. It's a hallway. I work on a mountain house. So I
Advantages.
mean, I
Yeah,
don't have to get up at 6 because I don't have a 30-minute commute.
yeah.
I do because I like to exercise in the morning. I can make a pancake breakfast in the morning on a weekday and still be in this chair on time.
Well, it's all about having your routines, right?
Yeah. I
Oh,
it's most does
Asa says she saw your episode up on your channel.
good. I made it public. I know Asa's already following me, and I'm positive the link didn't work over to the Facebook guys. I'm sorry. Copy and paste it in. I don't know what it is with me and links. I have the worst time with links. I always have. I don't know why.
But so it's
Just
Amber
rub it around.
Amber Dragon,
Amber Dragon Designs, yeah.
the Dragon Designs.
Yeah, it'll show up. It's a picture of me with a straw in my face. No, literally, it's a picture of me. What you don't see is like the back half of the photo, which I trimmed out, which is my mother looking at me funny. It's because we have the same sunglasses. We have the same blind lady sunglasses. And we were in the car. I think my sister or my dad was, we were picking up fast food or Tim Hortons or something. Anyway, I had a straw in my teeth
Yeah,
and I was grinning with my glasses on. So like I made that my icon photo. I was like, I like that
fun,
photo.
fun, fun.
I like that
Okay,
photo a lot.
so for anybody who didn't hear us talk about this, like the last couple times we've chatted, do you
Mhm.
want to give everybody the
A
lowdown
thing,
what
a
this
lowdown.
new channel is all about?
God, I would like to not injure myself anymore. Okay.
Well, you need to stop doing that.
I really do. It's quite painful. The point of the goal was that I do a lot. I'm making my way I'm gonna cough, which also hurts.
Oh,
I'm making my way towards a handmade house. I'm a visually impaired crafter. I do what I'm interested in sewing, and I've sewn for 20 years. Like I do a lot of craft for fun. Over Christmas, I converted a couch that I did not like, that I inherited, into a chair. Like that's just how I think. That's just what I do. It is just who I
did
am.
you record yourself doing that?
Absolutely not. Didn't even think about it. It's
Oh,
just a family thing that we did. My dad showed up with his sawzall, and he did the part that we don't let the blind lady do anymore, which is function with the very loud power tool.
probably just a good safety standard there.
Erin helped me unupholster it because we were worried about the volume of staples that were going to be coming out of this couch. And it's a good thing that she helped me because my God, the staples, people.
Yeah,
My
I bet.
God, the
Yeah,
staples. So
yeah.
it was fine. But I did all of the reupholstering myself. I figured it out. I worked out how to do it. And when
Oh,
we stripped it out, I figured out where the cuts needed to go. I just needed some physical help. Because again, Sawzall, power tool. Guys, I can't be trusted to take my garbage down the stairs without hurting myself. We are not giving me a Sawzall. We are not giving me a Sawzall. We are not giving me a Sawzall. So my dad did that part for me. Like I sat on the
okay.
coffee on my coffee table, which I'd wedged into my bedroom, and I had my hands over my ears because it was too loud for me. Because I'm so flippin'
So
sound
what did you
sensitive
do?
now.
So did you take, so you cut it down to the size you wanted, and then did you
Took
cut the arm rest off the end of the couch and then put it on the chair?
We cut off one half and we cut off the other half, took out that middle third, and
Okay.
sandwiched the two ends together so that the wood
Oh, okay.
plywood woods would be overlapping so that we
Okay.
could secure them with L brackets and screw them together so that you wouldn't lose, like you wouldn't get any inconsistency in the framing. Oh, I should not do that with my arms. And then yeah, essentially that's what we did. We took out the middle and sandwiched the ends together.
That.
And then I reupholstered it. And now that
Smart.
closet door has contents under pressure because all of the stuffing had to go somewhere. So now I'm desperately looking for projects that involve stuffing
Oh
because
my gosh.
I have enough stuffing that it stacks from floor to my shoulders. I am 5 foot darn near 11 inches tall. I am no shorty. The stack of stuffing is probably taller than a lot of people I actually know. Or at the very
That's
least up to like
funny.
their head level. I'm like, oh,
I
so
just
much.
have this vision of you opening the door and it just
I
going,
have to be so careful. I have to be so careful because the door pops out right away and you got to push to get that door closed. Like it is full. And I need to get that stuffing out of there before fall because that is where my AC unit lives in the winter time. So like I need to reclaim that space real
you
fast.
gotta.
I got some
Oh,
good
you know,
words.
that's a little motivation for you. Okay, well, that's
Well,
exciting.
I mean, took the stuffing out of the arms, took the stuffing out of a 3 cushion seat couch. So that's the cushions, that's the back, that's the arms, that's the foam underneath and all the layers.
Yeah.
And I wanted a low rise, deep chair I could curl up in. I used none of the stuffing from the couch. I used all of the foam stuffing from the couch to restuff the chair. So it is a firm chair, which is what I wanted. But now I have a couch's worth of stuffing to do
Yes.
something with. And I'm
I
not
like
throwing it
it.
out.
I like
I'm
it.
not throwing it out. That's a lot of money on stuffing. I'm not throwing it out.
Yeah, no,
I
something
got to
that
figure out what
you
to do with
can
it.
repurpose with at
Yeah.
some point, right?
Somehow, some
Very
way.
exciting. Okay, well, that's great.
But yeah, no, it didn't occur to me to really to do much more than take pictures and share it with people I knew because I wasn't thinking about a YouTube channel in November.
I know. The things I know. The things that like
Fine,
hindsight, right? Well,
fine. But
maybe
yeah,
who knows? Now that you've got experience doing it, maybe you'll do it again.
it's entirely possible that more tasks like that will be happening in my future
Think
because
of
I enjoy those
all
things.
like the thrifting
Hmm.
bargains you could find and then
Hmm.
repurpose.
Oh yeah, there's tons of things I want to do and like the laundry list of stuff is amazing. I mean they used to be called Johnny Poles. They were the storage shelving unit that goes over toilets. Like they're called shelving units or something now, whatever. They were called Johnny Poles when I was a child, and that's the word me and my mom used. I want to make a Johnny Pole for over my freezer. I don't
Oh.
open my freezer door the whole way. I don't have to. I open it up about 45 degrees. I
Hmm.
open it up so it's big enough I can stick my head in to go find what I'm looking for. I don't have to climb into my freezer. But that space above would be great storage wall space for like glass stuff I only pulled out and use
Right.
once a year, like pieces of art and decorative bits and bobs that I have that I want to display. So I'm like, yep, I need to do that. I need to do that.
Okay, so there's some comments here
Mm,
about your sweater. There's a couple people saying that yeah, they all like the idea of like a long sweater.
mhm. Oh, I've got the instructions included and it's called Jocelyn long with the dimensions if you do it and the extras if you do them. But I have the ye old normal range and then I have the Jocelyn size.
Okay.
Just because my shoulders are fine, but my height is so long. My mom put on the red one and we were laughing because it's like down at her knees. My mom's 5'4", 5'5". It's down to her knees, people. Her knees.
Well, see,
It is
Liz
very long.
she said she likes long sweaters, but she said long is relative. She's five
Long and
two,
relative.
so
Yeah.
long to
So like
her.
a 30 inch back panel would be long, whereas
Hmm.
a 30
Oh
inch back
yeah,
panel for me doesn't cover my butt.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I think everybody's yeah. A lot. I bet if you did a poll, well, I mean, cropped. I think cropped is
Even
that's
then,
kind of
if I was to make cropped length, it wouldn't cover my boobs.
oh exactly,
I would
exactly.
have to go
Get a
longer.
long yeah.
I'd have to go
So,
longer.
but I think overall, people, if you ask people, what do you like? Do you like cropped? Do you like to come to your waist? Do you like long? I think
People would vote
people
waist
would
and
long.
long.
I
Yeah.
definitely. I think
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
people would think long.
Yeah.
So,
I wanted the measurements for both and I wanted to be sure of it. So, oh no, I had to make another of a cardigan I really enjoy in a different color. Oh, the horror. It's totally fine. And now I have the right length. We're good.
yeah.
Or I've got the length that I
Good.
know that will be the standard length size a lot of people will choose. And if they want if you're 5'2", if you want the knee length version, don't worry. The instructions will be included for that too.
So you
You're
can have
good to go.
options. Everybody can, yeah, that's right. Long is
Long as relative.
is relative. That's
Yeah.
right. Everybody's long is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
Cindy would like to know about the
Oh,
sweater you're wearing.
oh, this is just a commercial one I bought.
Is
Oh
it?
God, back when I worked at Ricky's. So this is over a decade old.
Okay, I wasn't
This is over
sure
this is
if
over a
you
decade
had
old, I
knit
think, at
that or
this point.
not.
No, it's one of the last few commercial pieces I've ever bought.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I like it.
I mean, you
When
could,
you work clothing retail, you have to be wearing current pieces.
yeah,
Like your
yeah,
stock staple pieces can be older. Like dress pants are dress pants are dress pants.
yeah.
Whatever dress pants you have work fine. So long as you're wearing the company brand blue jeans, if they sell blue jeans, like when I worked at
Oh,
Stitches, I wore Stitches blue jeans. It didn't have to be this year's Stitches blue jeans, but they
yeah,
did have to be Stitches blue jeans.
but yeah,
But
obviously,
you had to have
maybe,
up to date pieces. So the cardigans, the sweaters, the dress tops,
sure.
the dress shirts and stuff like those had to change season to season. You had to have at least two or three because
Yeah.
you needed to be able to, if somebody liked what you were wearing, you had to be able to
Well, exactly. You're
go
a
get it.
walking
Oh,
advertisement, right?
walking advertisement. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But my t-shirts, my tank tops, my under thing, like the under base layers, that was not, that wasn't. But this was a top layer. So like I wore this with a lot of different shirts and blouses situations when I worked with Ricky's. So
Yeah.
but that means when you leave a decade plus of retail, you've got a lot of clothes.
Got a lot of clothes. That's not a bad problem to have. Okay, now
Nope.
the thing is, so I'm looking at it
Half
and I'm
discount.
thinking, okay, that looks like a lace pattern that I've knit. Cindy said she thought it looks like it was crocheted.
No, this is definitely a knit, but it could be like a diamond.
Okay.
It's probably a lacy diamond pattern of some
Okay.
such. But we're
Okay.
definitely too flat to be crocheted.
Okay. But it's
But
probably a
maybe like a
crochet.
double, I could see it being like a double yarn over instead of a single yarn over,
Okay.
lacy diamond, to get this size a hole. This actually freaking hurts. Okay, I'm
But there's
lowering my hands.
probably some kind of crochet stitch that you could do to
Oh
give
yeah.
kind of a similar
Oh,
look, wouldn't it?
oh yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't be hard to make a
That's fun.
crochet version of this.
There you go, Cindy. Maybe you'll just whip
Yeah,
up
because
something.
you would just have you would have a chain one space and you would just make a diamond with a chain one space and have I'd go single crochet or half double crochet because you want a pretty tight weave in there
Okay.
with your chain one spaces and then just uh make your chain one spaces go out to a point, then make your chain one spaces come into a point.
So it could be done. Any
Yeah. Oh
almost
yeah, easy.
anything can be
Easy
done,
peasy.
right? You can modify pretty much anything to get
Oh yeah.
what you want.
Though I would recommend doing it in pieces for a garment because that's going to have a very set number of stitches
Mm.
for a finished pattern, since you would want to try to have a
Ooh.
complete row.
Cindy says maybe she may
Yeah,
try to, yeah,
do
create
it
one.
up.
That would be
Do it
awesome.
up.
That'd be so exciting. Okay, baby kitten, I have forgotten your name again. I am so sorry.
I love the name Baby Kitten. Can we just call you Baby Kitten?
Baby
I
kitten.
have a baby kitten. She's a furry monster of doomness. She wants to lie on my ribs, and I'm drinking out of the bottle. Feel
Go
free to
for
judge.
it. This is a judgment-free zone. It is Friday night.
I don't live with anybody. If I don't want to share my ginger ale by drinking it out of the bottle, I can drink my damn ginger ale out of the bottle.
We can do whatever we want around here, right?
I'm an adult.
That's right. It's the start of the weekend. We're all kicking back. We're all relaxing.
Oh yeah. Trust me,
All
I'm
good.
so excited. Erin from Fireway Fabrico, she came over today.
Uh-oh, did you?
And
Yeah.
oh no, we're sewing.
Oh,
She wants to schedule social time to do the sewing to make clothes. So
oh,
that's what we're
okay.
turned our Friday afternoons into. She comes over and we sew. I'm gonna do hand sewing, finishing details and stuff, but she brought
Okay.
her grandmother's sewing machine and we were fiddling it out and figuring it out today. Oh, it's so cool. So weird. So cool. An entirely different bobbin threading system than anything I've ever seen in my life. You've never seen a sewing machine with this kind of bobbin threading system before.
Oh,
And
really?
if you thread the machine and you wind the bobbin in the machine. There is no sprongy point that you put it off to. You don't disengage, and none of that happens. You fill the bobbin when it's in the machine. It's so weird. And it's a weird bobbin. Like it's a totally different looking.
So is it
This
a new machine? Is
it's an
it
older machine. It's an older
older
machine.
machine?
It's an older
Not that
machine.
I know anything about sewing, but to me that seems kind of
It's an old Singer. So we were not worried about parts or anything, but oh yeah, it was great. We had a good old time doing that. And she was helping me do some stuff because I can't move my arms so great yet.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, hey Sally, hey Sally. Sally's got a good tip here. Okay, so Cindy, this might be for you since
Mhm.
if you guys or anybody else who's thinking about Jocelyn's sweater here. Sally says Marley Bird has a video on crochet on and a crochet lacy cardigan
Yeah.
that premiered today.
Oh, I haven't
Uh,
checked out Marley Bird's stuff today. I'll have to go look at I like Marley Bird. She does
oh,
some wonderful
she
tutorials. Like
does.
it's a good source for learning. Oh,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
will
she's
check it
great.
out. I could always use more lacy crochet cardigans in my life.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Always. Always use some more.
Oh, Susanna says that sounds like the machine. Oh, that sounds like the machine Susanna started to sew on.
Oh, it's so delightful. I mean,
That
I have a treadle sewing machine from the 1800s. I've seen some weird sewing machines in my day. Weird sewing machines in my day.
Hi, Lynn. Okay, Lynn says, hi
Oh,
everybody. Do you know how old it is, Jocelyn? You mean the machine? The sewing machine?
I don't know how old Aaron's is. I think it's from the 40s or 50s. Uh, my treadle machine is from the 1890s, according to the serial
Oh,
number. I
wow.
have a just the side of commercial denim sewing machine from 1952, also a Singer.
Oh, I love
And I
that.
have a Singer basic model that I bought in like 20 something or other. But like my treadle sewing machine, like this is its belt so that it functions.
Okay.
And it's its new belt because its old belt broke. It's literally a strip of leather that
Mm-hmm.
you wind around the machine so that when you push the treadle, the machine works.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the band we put around our spinning wheels, only for a sewing machine.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that tweak hurt my back. Okay. You should be
Um,
talking about your project. I noticed how you're avoiding this,
oh
ma'am.
yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I'm just thinking, okay, so Cindy saw the Marley Bird video, but hasn't watched it yet. So there you go. You got something to look forward to this weekend.
Hey, there's my first video. There's Marley Bird's video. Heavens knows there'll be other videos.
There's all kinds right there. There's lots of
Yeah,
things. So
lots
Lynn
of things.
says, oh, Lynn has one from 1954.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
like
I love the old
that.
ones. I don't know how old my grandmother's is. My sister got it when my grandmother passed away. It's an in the table version. No idea its age because I haven't seen the serial number for it, right? So like, I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, Lynn also says, so yeah, so like how you're talking about the serial numbers, Lynn said you can look up the serial number on Google. So
Yes, you
that's really
can.
cool. So, and then it tells you the year it was made.
Yes. If it's a Singer, the serial number will tell you the model, the original publication year, but it also will link you in the older for all of them. It links you to the manuals. It links you to resupplies because if it's a Singer, they have what they need to repair it.
Okay.
So like I got new bobbins from Singer for my 1892 Singer sewing machine. I just rang up the company and I got on the internet webpage and I ordered it and I said, this is a serial number and this is the bobbins it says they need. And I got a reply going, absolutely, we put it in the mail for you. That is how easy it is to get replacement parts for a Singer sewing machine. They are
That is
worth their
crazy.
money. They are
That
worth their
is crazy.
money.
I mean, everything else you try to get replacement parts for, if it's more than 3 years old, they're like, nope, sorry, you're out of luck.
Singer did not do planned obsolescence. I mean, to be fair,
I like
I
that.
don't even know where they had to go find these bobbins to ship them to me because it took freaking 4 weeks. But honestly, I was fine waiting up to 4 months because it is a
Well,
old sewing machine.
yeah, yeah.
I was fine waiting. I was fine waiting.
To be
The
able to get,
treadle, I got the replacement band off of Amazon. That is how easy it is to get a treadle replacement leather band.
that's great.
So
That's
like
great.
it's
That,
a lot of sewing machines, depending on the company name, Singer's one of those ones that a lot of us who sew are like Singer. Like if you don't know and you're looking at an old one, buy a Singer because
yeah.
the most support you will get will be from a Singer. They might not have
Oh,
everything,
that's
but
great.
the company will be like, you know what, but we know that model, we know that serial, and we know this will also work as an alternative replacement. Like they just have that knowledge.
That. is worth, yeah, that's
that's worth everything. It's
it
worth
is.
their price. It's worth it because it's a level of customer service you don't see anymore.
Nope, that's very, very true.
Yeah. No, I love my singers. I praise them all the time. And when people ask, I say singer. I don't even suggest other ones. I say singer.
Just go right to that. Yeah,
Just go right to singer. You will not be, if there's a problem, they will help you fix it. Like they've
that's
got
good.
good customer service.
That's amazing.
Uh,
Oh, hey,
then I,
Jude.
hey, it's a
Oh,
Jude.
dear. Jude, I hope your dad's okay.
Oh, something gone wrong?
Yeah, said finally back from sorting dad out at the
Ooh,
hospital. So,
that
hmm.
can take a while. That can take a
Oh,
while.
Okay. Jude is also saying Husqvarna sewing machines.
Those are pretty good too, yeah.
Yeah, she said affectionately known as the tank.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
good. That's kind of what you want, right? Something that's going to stand the test of time,
yeah.
companies that are going to stand behind their products, and
Mhm.
yeah,
And be
you're
aware
right.
of what you're buying. Like I don't pull out the commercial sewing machine very often because I am very rarely sewing through 5 layers of denim or
Mm,
leather. Like I don't need it very often. It's a corner case thing, right? Because it's a corner case thing. But it's like a serger. You use a serger for a very specific type of sewing.
right.
You wouldn't use it for other types of sewing because that's not what it's meant for.
True, true.
My treadle sewing machine does a very good straight line. Don't do nothing else, but she does a very good straight line. That is exactly what she's designed for.
Sock yarn.
I see yarn. Is that your DK sock yarn?
This is my DK sock yarn.
Okay, okay. Guys, remember, she's here for me. You guys are here. Two entirely different spaces.
Okay, so this was my DK sock yarn.
That ball seems mighty big, my dear.
You would be correct. You would be
Oh,
correct.
good. Oh, good. I'm not seeing things. This is a good sign. Okay, good, good.
You
Ooh.
would be correct because I didn't get very much done, but I got the exciting part done. I got the heel done.
Oh, hey, which heel did you go with?
I went with the garter stitch short row heel.
All right. Now,
So
I've done me many a garter stitch short row heel in my time. I like a garter stitch short row heel.
I haven't done one in, I don't know, a really, 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 really long time.
A
Really long
coon's
time.
age. A coon's age.
Yeah, a long
Yeah,
time.
like how old is a coon? I don't know. I'm never gonna look it up. I don't want
Really
to
long
actually
time.
know. Yeah, I don't want to know. A coon's age seems long.
Those
We'll just go with that.
I love all those sayings, right? Because I always would like to find out.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't want to know.
I
I
want to
don't want to
know
know.
like what
I don't want to know.
exactly
I
how
can't.
that
I
came to
can't.
be, right?
I already Google enough stuff that I don't want to know. Like I had one person on I think it was like Gone Medieval or Medieval. Anyways, one of the history podcasts I listened to, and they were talking about things. They're like, yeah, you look up things. They're like, and I found out how big an anglerfish is, like the fish with
Okay.
the light bulb on the end of it. The females, right? Because like the males are tiny. We all know the males are
Okay.
tiny. Yeah, yeah. The female ones can be 3.3 feet in size.
Oh.
That's the size of a toddler. That is a man-eating fish size. 3.3 feet. They eat meat. It doesn't matter that I will never run across an anglerfish in any sort of natural habitat because I will have been crushed to death by the depths of which I am under. That is not the relevant point. The relevant point is that's a floating light in the dark that's 3.3 feet long. That could eat me.
Okay. It's a big fish.
It is a big fish. Like, whoa, no. But I, of course, had to go look that up. So there's some things I'm just gonna let go. How
That's
long a coon actually lives to is one of the things I'm gonna let go. I'm just gonna let it go. I
I
don't
know
want to
there's
know.
only some things. Some people okay. I may look it
Just
up because I'm intrigued. But
that's
anyway,
fair. Well,
anyway,
I
okay.
can't. I'm still not over the anglerfish size thing. I can't. I'm not over it. Oh God.
That's well, there you go. That was worthwhile looking up if it is that intriguing for you.
Nightmare fuel. Oh my God, floating light in the dark gives a whole new meaning, guys. Lights have no deference for me. They all float in the dark at nighttime. Nightmare fuel. I'm surrounded
Right.
by anglerfish.
All right. So the really exciting thing about my sock is look at my stitch markers, you guys.
Okay, why is that exciting?
They're
I'm
pottery.
okay. I was like, there's stitch markers. Why am I excited? I don't understand.
they're pottery and they're
Okay. Okay.
flowers. And they were a
Okay.
present from my sister-in-law. And now my sister-in-law is a
Oh,
potter,
nice.
but she did not make them. They
No, she
were,
found them.
yep, she found them for me. So we may,
I mean, they're very cute.
I know, we, as in probably her,
Mm.
um, will try and make some more for me because I really like them. I like they're super cute. So anyway, so my heel, so the yarn. Let's backtrack to the yarn. This is some
Let's
knit
go
picks
back to there.
yarn.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was. I didn't take the time to look it up, and the ball band is who knows where. Somebody said Hawthorne,
Maybe.
which sounds familiar from Knit Picks.
Yeah.
DK Duck yarn. I remember I've got another ball of it. I think in like a rusty color, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere in my stash, somewhere.
Hmm.
Anyways, DK sock yarn, 48 stitches, I think is what I had cast on
Okay.
just to do a plain sock. And it's just been
Yeah.
so pretty and bright. Kind of
It's a
it's a,
lovely sock. I'm
yeah,
glad you passed the heel.
I know. I debated a long time about what kind of heel I was going to do. And for some reason, this yarn it just said a garter stitch short row. So I did that and I did it over 60% of the stitches.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm gonna try it and see how I like the fit of it.
Absolutely. The only way you know is to make one and try it. Well, to make one, try it
Okay.
and wear it in real life situations for a bit.
Yes. So
Yes.
I've got one sock that has a fish lips kiss heel done, and
Okay.
I slipped that on my foot, and I was like, "Ooh, that's like how this feels." But I did not get up and walk around in it,
Gotta get
but
more.
just sliding it on,
It's
I was
like
like, "Hey, it felt comfy."
it's like buying a pair of shoes. You gotta put the shoes on, you gotta walk around the store floor for a few hot seconds and make sure that that fit is right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll do that at some point. But so far, the fish lips kiss heel, I'm giving it a thumbs up, two thumbs up.
Oh, good. I
Um,
like the
yeah,
fish lips kiss heel. It was the heel I did before I started doing the mock short rows in garter.
okay. That one, that's on my list to do too.
Yeah,
At,
I like that
at
one a
some
lot.
point. That may be my next one that I do. But
I don't
anyways,
have to think about where I am. I can see where I am real clear.
see, that's a very helpful thing. But
Mhm.
now that I've got the heel done, I'm good to, well, I've got, I think one more row to do, and then I'm back in the
Okay.
row.
Okay.
But then I can just pick this up again because I always get stuck, right? When things are sitting for the heel, then they typically sit for a little while until I sit down and just do the heel. But once it's round and round knitting, I'll be good to go again. So
Which
this should
makes sense because you can't just autopilot a heel.
no, and I think that's the thing, right? If it was a heel flap and gusset, I can.
You could autopilot. Well, yeah, okay. At this
But
point, you've done enough.
but I know it's and that's how like last year I talked about doing all these different heels and then
Hmm.
I didn't because for that exact same reason I would get to the heel and then it would sit because then I would have to think, I'd have to look up instructions, I'd have to watch a video, I'd have to make
Meh. Where you
and
could
it was like
just do your usual heel and move on.
and exactly and that's what I did. I was like, ah, whatever. The next sock I'll now try that fancy heel the next sock. This one I just did heel flap and gusset. But this time I really
You
want to
did it.
try
Yes.
some of these heels, some that I haven't done in quite a few years and
Good.
some that I've never done. So I'm making myself do them, and it's really quite fun. So
It's
that was
good.
that. So yeah, so that and what I think I'm actually going to do is I think I might even now just cut the yarn.
Mhm.
Nope, I can't because I probably don't have a needle. Nope, because these are DK. I probably don't have another needle. What I was gonna do was I was just gonna start again, start sock two, so I could get to the heel and do it relatively soon. Well,
Mm. It's fresh in your brain pan?
yeah, and then I would have 2 feet that I could just do. But I don't know. That would mean putting this on waist yarn. No, that's gonna be more trouble than it's worth. I'm just gonna finish it and then move on and cast on number two. I was just
Absolutely.
excited. I just want to do all the heels right now. I should just be doing all shorty socks so I
Uh,
can just do a cuff, a little bit of a leg, and then get to the heel. Get to the part that I'm looking forward to.
we should get you a circular sock machine so you can just crank long tubes and then just sit down and randomly make toes, heels, and cuffs.
I know, maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need to go visit Cheryl one time with full skeins of yarn and the
Oh, I want
Take
you
your
so
time.
bad. I want you so bad. Out of the Patreon members, we drive. Me and Aaron will drive past all the time on our way up to Saskatoon. I
Hmm.
just want to go. What do you charge? Would you crank some tubes?
You
I'm
know?
never going to because I would need help picking up the ditches because there's those smalls. I'm like, there's just no
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, that
There's just
would be
no
tricky.
point. I would still need help setting up the socks to do the heels, toes, and cuffs. You know?
Yeah.
So there's that. But
Mm,
it amuses me. I was like, oh, because I've seen some of those really big sock tube rolls, and I'm like, man, if I could see what I was doing. It'd be so fun
well,
to just go, whoop, fold it in half, cut, unravel, do some toes, do some heels, do some cuffs,
right?
and be
So
done.
quick.
Yes, that'd
I
be so
know.
good.
It's always fun when Cheryl has had time to play with hers, and then you just see like a finished pair of socks, and it's like,
I mean, I do want
so
my own
simple.
circular sock machine, but I want it with all the gadgets so I can make the sock entirely on the circular sock machine.
Mm. Oh, well, yeah, Cheryl's been playing around with hers, so I think yeah, so I think you can do
Or
well.
whereas like all I have to do is like Kitchener or toe or something, right? Like
Hmm.
that.
All right, so we got lots of comments here. So okay, so Jude. So thankfully, nothing serious with her dad.
Okay, good.
It was oh, so like a pinched nerve causing falls. Thankfully, nothing worse, but he's gonna be sore and miserable while
Pinch
he
nerves
heals.
hurt.
Yeah.
Pinch nerves hurt.
Well. Oh, and Jude's got a 1978 machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good old sewing machine.
I know,
They
it's
work so
right.
much better than the new ones. Work so much better than the new
Yeah,
ones.
that's nice. Let's see. Olin says she doesn't know, but it's model 758. I just can't find anything on it. It's a Husqvarna Viking. Hmm.
See, I don't know the brand well enough.
Oh, see, Jude's familiar. So she says she thinks that's maybe late 90s, early 2000s. So you might have a fairly new sewing machine compared to everybody else. That's I like it though, having the like when the older models they stand up. I like that. Oh, and also says heel flap and gusset fits her feet, so everybody gets that heel from her. I know,
That's
well,
fine. I'm flat-footed, so it doesn't matter. Like my foot will go in any type of heel sock.
so
I am flat-footed.
yeah.
Absolutely does not. My feet do not care. My feet do not care.
Well, see, and I have a very high instep, so that's why I typically always do heel flap and gusset. But there's some tricks, right, to get the other socks to fit. That's why I did this short row heel on more stitches. So to get a little bit better fit. So we're gonna see.
Okay.
We're gonna
Which
see.
makes sense, right?
Yeah, it
No,
does.
I have an incredibly low no arch situation going on. I'm very, very flat-footed, so it's fine. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's
Yeah,
just what my foot does. But it means for me, it doesn't matter. I can just do whatever heel I want.
exactly. Well, that's nice. Then you got a little for other people, yeah, it's a little bit more of a trial and error. You try,
I figure it's a
but
trade-off because I have to knit 22 inches of body length.
that's right. You got to make these massive length sweaters, so
Sweaters,
you get
so
your pick of sock heel.
at least I get to pick my own sock heel
There you go. I
willy-nilly.
like that. That's a
It's
good
my
way of
trade-off.
looking at it. Oh, Liz is a heel flap and gusset knitter too. It fits her foot. Um, yeah, and she said even if she starts to think about another heel, she automatically goes back and does a heel flap and gusset. I know that was me last year, but I'm like, I'm embracing the heel knitting challenge. So, anyways, that's it. So I'm excited. I mean, I didn't get anywhere. I mean, I know I could have had this sock done if I wanted, but I got other finishes done this month. I actually did
You
really
did.
good finishes, just
You
not
did
this
very.
pair of socks.
That's
But
fine.
I think now that I've got the heel and I'm just like onto the foot, I'm going to take this with me away this week. So hopefully I will get lots of knitting done on it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Hopefully,
We will
hopefully.
see. So, shall we talk about next month?
Yes, let's.
Now, I can tell you right
Okay.
now,
Okay.
our live day, the night that we chit chat, we're
What
gonna
day
have
is
to
that?
change the day because I
Okay.
know August
Oh,
1st is a Thursday.
okay. That makes
And
August the 2nd the Friday.
yep, and I'm not around that day. I'm gone for that
Okay.
weekend. So we'll have to
So
see.
long as you know what you're doing, that's the important part.
So
I'm not going
here.
anywhere. Do you leave on the Friday?
No, I leave on the Thursday.
You leave on the Thursday. So we can't even bump it to the Thursday. When do you come back? Sunday, Monday?
I'm actually gone the whole following week. So I'm wondering if we
Ooh,
just give ourselves a little extra time and just change our mid-month to our check-in.
that leaves very little time for August goals.
Oh, it will. Okay, well then maybe we'll have
Can we
to.
do it Wednesday? Will you be packed by Wednesday evening? Here's a very good question.
That's the last week of June, July, right?
Yes, the
Okay, we
Wednesday's
can
the
maybe do it. We can maybe
31st.
do it. We can maybe do it the 31st.
I could do it the 31st. That'd be fine.
Okay. That would make more sense because you're right. I wasn't thinking that far into September.
Yeah, where I'm like,
Yeah.
It gets tight because in September
Okay.
I've got things in September. August I have my mom's birthday, a very important date.
Okay.
And I know my parents are going to be down in the city at some point for a week, so like I know I'll be losing some time doing family stuff that week as
Yeah.
well. So I don't want to take more time out of my chance to complete my
No.
goal for August. No. No, let's
Okay.
just do it on the 31st.
Okay.
We'll just do
That
it then.
should work. Okay. So I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
remember to do a post and we'll chat about it like Monday nights and whatever to remind you
Well,
guys.
yeah, and then because then,
Why.
well, our 2 week check-in is on the 19th, when
And
we
then
can remind people then as well
yeah,
too that will be the
exactly.
31st
The
instead of the, yeah,
31st.
no, no,
Okay.
no, totally doable,
Perfect.
totally doable.
We got it figured out. Okay. So what are we gonna work on then?
That is a good
For the
question.
31st. How many? I only brought two projects. Well, maybe
Okay,
three.
well, maybe three. Okay, well, what do you got?
Well, I don't know. I left
Show us what's on offer.
So
What's on
I
offer
have
today?
got my shawl that I'm working on right now because I really would like to get this finished.
Okay.
This nice big ball. It's like a two, so it'll end up being a two skein shawl.
Oh, I
So
remember it. What yarn is that? That's like an
this is the
800
yes,
yards, isn't it?
nine, yeah, something. It's 918 yards, 890 meters, something like that.
Of yardage. That's a
So I
fine. That's a fingering weight.
it's a fine fingering.
No, wait.
So it's like I just relate
Where
that back
does
to 100
Jocelyn
grams.
get that?
Jocelyn would have to go to the States. It came from Hobby Lobby.
That's not fair.
Still upside down. I know.
Jocelyn wants to try, like, they've got that big twist yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try that so bad because they've got such amazing fall Halloween colors.
Oh,
And I want some so very much. And I can't get it here.
I know.
Sad
We
panda,
can't-
not impressed.
I know.
Not
I got this.
impressed.
This has been in my stash. I remember exactly where when I got this. It was 2019
Okay.
when I went to the Michigan Fiber Festival and I met up with Dee and Patty and
Yeah,
Mary
yeah.
and a couple of other ladies that watched the Fiber Friends, and we had such a fun
I
weekend.
want, I
And
wants to try Hobby Lobby
so
yarn.
it's really, really nice. It's nice, and this is a cotton acrylic
Yeah,
blend.
that'd be
And
fine.
so I really want to do a push to try to get as much of this done as I
Okay,
as quick as I can. So
okay,
there's
okay.
that one.
Are you just doing a standard garter
Yep,
and go?
yep,
Okay,
yep.
okay,
Nothing fancy, just
that's fine.
or I found this sock that's
Uh-oh.
ooh, what am I doing here?
I'm serious. We need to figure out how to crowdfund me to come live at your place for like 2 weeks to clean up your yarn and projects just because it's driving me crazy. Just show up one day and go, the internet said enough. The internet said enough, and I'm here to fix that for you. And you go to work, and I'm going to get started by making piles. And when you come home, we're ordering in and we're going to deal with some of this. Jocelyn can't handle it anymore. Randomly find a sock somewhere.
I
You
did. So
come
this
home one
is
day, I've updated your whiteboard. I put doodles all over it because I can't help myself. If there's a whiteboard, I got a doodle.
that's fun. Okay, so this is the dainty sock. this was,
Oh
remember
my
last year?
God, that was ages ago.
I know, I think it was probably last summer. I think Cheryl came across this. It is a
Oh,
MBK and northbound. No, you're northbound. What's her? I had it and I just lost it. O'Brien.
I'm the wrong human to ask. I forget things all the time.
MBK, northbound knitting. Your northern podcast, she's northbound knitting.
She's northbound
MBK.
knitting, yeah, because I'm
Yes.
northern knits.
Yes. Yes. That's too close together for me.
That is quite
Northbound
close together.
NBK. And I'm pretty sure Cheryl came across this pattern last spring, last summer, the dainty sock, because she every once in a while she puts out if you watch Instagram, she'll do something like one weekend she'll have one of her patterns will be free for the weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I think that's where Cheryl came across this. And it's called the Dainty Sock. And she knit probably at least 3 pairs. Our friend Trish knit a whole bunch of them as well.
And that's your first sock?
This is my first one. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this too. And I got as far as I've got a part of a heel flap done.
Hey.
But it does
Okay.
have this lovely picot
My
cap.
God, you've pulled that whip out of deep hibernation.
I know, but it's really,
Wow.
really pretty yarn.
It is very pretty yarn,
It's a Patton's Croy.
unshockingly.
Surprise, surprise.
Unsure. That
And
would be like me holding up an acrylic thing and not saying, like impeccable or
exactly.
brunette. Like
So I guess that really is my two. Whether I work on the shawl,
shawl
because
or the
I
socks.
picture this shawl. I, I picture me wearing this at the beach, the
Hmm.
end of August when it's getting cool, right? This would be perfect for that, but I have
It
to have
would
it
be.
done.
Yes, you do.
Or I could do a little shorty sock and I could also wear this in August.
Yes, you could.
They would both be lovely projects to have done.
Hmm.
So I don't
Do both.
know. I know that's what I should do. That's what I should do.
Oh
Okay, let's see
my
what it.
gosh.
So has
Uh,
anybody voted yet?
I'm
Soccer
gonna vote shawl because
stuff.
you want to be a sock knitter, and I love you, but you struggle so much with socks. I'm gonna say shawl in the hopes that maybe walking away from socks for a while helps with the progress
Okay.
are increasing.
Okay. Okay. We'll see.
It's the same way as like I would love to say I'm a sock knitter. I am not a sock knitter. I will knit socks, but a sock knitter, I am not.
I know. In my head, I am a sock knitter.
Well, sure, but in
Just,
my head, I can do a fingering weight sweater in a month. Our
and
heads
you
lie to
can.
us a lot.
You can. In February, you will be doing that.
In February, I'm still on DK because I need to verify it. But yeah, I'm creeping closer and closer to fingering weight in 2 weeks. That's what I'm creeping
Yeah.
closer to. Just kind of crazy pants when you think about it.
Uh-huh. It's like sock madness, Jocelyn.
I tried it once. We've
I
decided I
know.
don't like it.
I was just thinking about that. I thought that was like one of the best surprises. I will
I'm glad you liked
never
it.
forget when you held up that sock and I'm like,
Wait a minute.
I was like speechless. I'm like, I'm trying thinking in my head, I'm like, that is a sock madness sock. What are
Mhm.
you doing with that? I'm like, and then all of a sudden it
What's
clicks,
going
right?
on here?
It's like slow motion and the pieces like, oh my gosh, she's doing sock madness.
It was so delightful. It was like, oh, Karen, I need to sign up. Karen, links. I'm like, whoa. I get the
Oh
sock. I
my
was like,
gosh.
oh my God, Austin's charted. Austin's like, send me the charts. She wrote the charts out for me so I could even at least attempt to do it in two
Oh my
weeks.
gosh, you
Like
guys are so
I had so
fantastic.
much help in the background. I had so much help in the background for that pitiful attempt that I made.
That was so fun. I have never been more
Uh, and I of course bucked at the rules. I hate being told how to craft. I hate being told how to craft. Hate it. Hate it. I
you
still like the socks.
have
I thought the socks were really pretty, so I would like to make them. And I even know what I want to make them out of. I'm not working on them right now. But I know I'm not a sock knitter. I acknowledge I am not a sock knitter. I am
okay,
comfortable
well,
enough sock knitter.
let's look. I'm looking at all the comments here and it's looking like socks, but let me
Socks?
take a
That's
close
fair.
look here.
People want you to be a sock knitter too. That's fair. I would love to see you finish socks. I just know in the history of us doing this, socks have your worst track record. Of all of them, you are the worst at doing the sock work.
Except for mitts. And Asa
Ah,
has brought up a pair of mitts that I started.
yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't gonna go into the mittens. I wasn't gonna go there.
okay, let's see. Okay. Let's go to some of these comments
Okay,
here.
okay.
Okay, Liz. Oh, Liz wants to help organize too. My yarn.
But
Giving
you
her.
betcha, Liz,
So
we'll
much.
have to show up. We'll figure out lunches, but I think we need to tackle that. I think we need to tackle it and like put all of her whips on her coffee table so that she understands exactly how many she has because she's going to lose her coffee table. You will not be able to see it under the pile of whips. And if we're worried about project bags, I got a huge stack of Walmart blue bags from the Walmart grocery owners. I'll just bring them with me so they
Yeah,
can all have their own bag
I know
so we
that's
can
what I
understand how bad that is.
need. All right, I'm gonna get on top of this one of these days. Okay, it is socks. There's a couple votes for shawl, but everybody is saying
It's not
socks.
like I'm judging. I have like 20 whips on the go. I just know
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
where they all are and what they
Mm.
all are.
Well,
I never am surprised when I open a whip bag as to what's in there. I'm always like, oh yeah, you
I see.
should.
I change my stuff around, right? Like for the longest time, I'll have one project in this bag, but then all of a sudden, I need
It
that
needs to be in a
project
different
bag
bag.
for something else. So then the first project
Um,
gets taken out and set
nope, nope,
somewhere, and then that's where I
nope.
get messed up.
Assigned project bag is assigned project bag till project is done.
Oh, well, yeah, that not my
Not your
probably
forte?
should
Fair,
be. But
fair.
okay, so what do we got here? Um, Cindy says finish the socks. Asa says socks. Lisa socks. Louise socks.
Oh gosh.
June says
Guys,
shawl.
she does so bad with socks.
But this
And
there's
to be fair,
going
I
to
also
be
do really bad with socks. I do
there's
really
going to
bad
be
with
a month
socks.
where all of a sudden you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the turning point, and you guys will witness it. And
Yeah.
I will all of a sudden be a sock knitter, and I
Knitter?
will
Okay.
be, yes, I will be
Okay.
finishing them every month.
Hmm.
That's the plan.
Uh-huh.
So,
I would like the name of your drug dealer and not sharing is rude. We learned this in kindergarten.
do you want to hear something funny? I was talking. I was. This is not about knitting. I was listening to this really big audiobook, and I was messaging my daughter.
Hmm.
And I said, I'm just gonna like sit down, like this was last weekend, and I'm going to
Oh,
like just listen. That was a 28-hour audiobook, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it all weekend. I'm gonna list power through, I'm gonna listen to it all. And she sent me
okay.
back another message, and she's like, yeah, do that. She said, get some chocolate milk.
Hmm.
And I'm like, who tells a grown adult to get that their drink of choice, right? Get some chocolate milk.
Chocolate
It's not like
milk.
get a bottle of wine or whatever.
Uh-uh.
And
Or
it's
chocolate
like
milk.
she's like, get your chocolate milk and settle in for the
Yeah. Yeah.
weekend. And I'm like, oh, you do know me. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fair. Hey, listen.
right.
The silk almond chocolate milk,
Mm.
that is the shelf stable one.
Hmm.
The shelf stable dark chocolate, not the one you buy in the fridge section, the one you buy off the shelf near the baking stuff.
Yeah.
That is the best dark chocolate milk
Is
I
it?
have ever had. It's 130 calories per serving. It is so rich. It is so good. I have friends who love milk who will buy that chocolate milk.
Ooh.
It's a
Okay, yeah.
very
I
good
know somebody
chocolate
who
milk.
drinks that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I figure
Socks?
those
Okay,
two.
socks.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say finish, I'm gonna say progress because I know better. Finish is definitely guarantees you will put that down and not look at it. Same thing does to me when I say finish. I know better. I'm not gonna
I
do that.
know.
But
Progress.
I
Progress.
progress, sure. Come
Okay,
back with progress.
Asa. Okay.
Don't listen to Asa.
I want
She's the
to
voice of reason and logic. We don't need that here.
Asa says, I am dying of laughter here. That's all right.
Oh, Asa knows as well.
One of these days, you will be shocked. And
I I there will be
I,
I will be flabbergasted. I will be wordless. I will be
I don't see
speechless as only a Victorian can be speechless with
one of
many
these days, you
words.
guys. You just wait. Liz is like, no. She's like, do not change project bags. No wonder you lose projects. I know. It's exactly why I lose
I
weight.
can't, it cannot be helping. It cannot be helping.
No,
Cannot be helping. No.
I know. I
Uh,
know. Oh, Pravina said, "Shawl, Sally, I thought you were going to put all
See,
of your sock books
Pravina,
in one
she's
bag."
with me.
I know
She
Pravina's
gets
with you.
me.
I was gathering up all my sock whips, and they are not in a bag, but they are all
Okay.
together. They're
Okay.
all together.
That's a start.
So,
That's a start.
uh, okay, let's see. Yeah, being shocked would be amazing. We will throw the party. All right, you guys.
There shall be revels.
I know, it's a sock month again, and I'm going to get more than a heel done.
All
Do it.
right.
I can
We're
do
gonna,
it.
you said this to the internet. They will remind you
I know.
in
Us does not
August.
forget a thing.
They are very smart people who watch us.
I know
They
they
will
are.
they will call you to task if you don't manage it.
I'm going to say, so I think when I go away this week,
Hmm.
I will take this pair of socks with me as well.
Might be wise. Might
Yeah,
might might be wise. Yeah.
I think so. I'm not going to set these aside. I'm going to
Okay.
start working on them. I know. I was going to say, okay. I was going to say, okay, I won't let away my secret for getting them finished, which was I'm going to start working on them tonight. Like
That would be a secret.
the secret that only I am not aware of is that to get your socks finished, you need
You
to
have
start
to work
working
on
on
them.
them.
Okay, I have a new question. What's in
Yeah.
your chocolate milk?
Well, you know what? This weekend, I actually thought I would like absolutely wild and crazy and actually get a bottle of wine. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if that would be good or not.
I
But
will. I'm not known as a drinker because I haven't really been a drinker in many years at this point. I will
like,
have the occasional glass of spiced wine
ooh,
or not a dessert wine, but it's a very rich wine. They come out in the holiday season, so like I'll
oh,
do
okay.
those. I'll occasionally have half a glass of that, but even then I have to be around friends who like wine because I will not finish the bottle. I will not finish the bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm, yeah.
Port.
I'm
That's
like
the word
you.
I'm looking for. I
Oh,
will
oh,
occasionally have half a glass of port.
okay.
So, like if I'm hanging out, like if Diana is in town and Mr. Diana's over and the mysterious Mr. B are also over, like we'll have a bottle of port between the four of us, which is about half a glass each. Because
Okay.
they know I'll only drink the half a glass and then
Mm,
I don't want any more. But I'll occasionally do that. Or occasionally I'll have like a craft beer. But even then I don't finish the whole
yeah.
can of beer. I have to give half of it away. I really
Yeah.
don't drink that much anymore.
I know. I think it would be a waste for me to go buy a bottle of wine. I might like should just stick with my ginger
You
ale.
want really good blueberry juice from
Mm.
pressed blueberries. Like I'm
Mm.
talking like $20 for 750 milliliters of blueberry
Ooh,
concentrate
well,
juice. Very good, high quality
good.
juice. And then you mix it with club soda or Sprite, and you basically make like a fruit
Ooh,
champagne, a non-alcoholic fruit champagne. That's kind of what I do. I make
okay.
very condensed, like I'll do a rhubarb puree, and it'll be fairly
That
sweet on
sounds
its own
yummy.
because rhubarb's quite tart. But I'll mix that with club soda to make a sparkling
Ooh,
like
it's sparkly.
rhubarb cider champagne sort of
Actually
idea. Yeah,
sounds interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, what Cindy says, friends don't let friends drink alone. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I think I should just stick to my chocolate milk and ginger ale, not together, but
Oh, bad together.
you
But
imagine.
chocolate milk is quite tasty.
I know. Well, I need, all my broken bones. I'm supposed to be upping my calcium. So, anyways, we don't need to
Not
talk
just calcium. Not just
about
like if you have too much calcium, that's going to cause you some problems. You need
I
to
know.
have
I know.
all of the things that go in bones,
Yeah.
which is more than just
Anyway.
calcium.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Susanna? Oh,
We got some
solid
last minute
colors.
voters.
Okay. So it looks like socks. I'm doing socks.
Socks.
Okay. So what's yours? We got to vote on yours now.
Our options are I cast on a cowl design I want to get done for September. or I work on the second version, the fingering weight version of the Endless Summer Adventures triangle shawl, so I can release the pattern.
Okay, so you've got a sock,
A shawl or a cowl.
or a cowl. See, I've got socks on the brain here.
That's fair.
Okay, cowl or the shawl?
Shawl,
I don't know.
yes.
I think cowl.
Cowl. Either way, they have to be finishes, guys. Either way, it has to be finished. Like I need to have it off my needles. It needs to be on to the next stage.
Okay, so then I
The
think we better do
cowls
cowl.
are the cowl is a design that I submitted, but wasn't picked up. So I have a written pattern. I just need to make that cowl,
Oh, okay. All
and it
right.
can be published. So
Oh, I think you should do that because then we all want to see the published patterns. So yes.
yeah,
A beach blanket.
might be a big blanket.
Okay, that was from Asa. What did I miss, Asa? Am I knitting a beach blanket?
No, 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 Asa. Asa's got the
Oh,
right
your
idea.
beach?
There is a beachy themed blanket. I'm gonna crochet for Asa because Asa doesn't crochet.
Ooh,
But what Asa needs to remember is that's what's in the craft off voting, which I need to go take the photos of after this
okay.
because I was visiting
Okay.
this afternoon.
She
So,
is just
yes, the
going
beach
to
blanket
send
is
you.
on the menu, but it's in an Instagram poll that's going out tonight for the weekend. Yeah,
All right, Asa. Hold on. Save your vote for that poll.
yeah.
Okay, Cindy says shawl. Sally says shawl. Asa says
Mhm.
shawl.
Ooh.
Lisa and I say cowl. Jude
Okay.
says shawl. Liz says cowl. Nancy says cowl. It's tied 4-4.
Four. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Okay. Who
Guys, I
else?
can't do both. It's a lot of shawl.
It is a lot. That is, I think, yeah. To get for a
I
finish.
need to I need to do 230 grams of fingering weight knitting in a month in the secret.
What?
There's the choose your own adventure sweater that I'm working on right now. Like I've got a lot on the go at the moment.
What? Oh, Liz says, or Louise says cowl. Does that break
Cowl.
the tie?
That breaks the tie. Cowl it is.
Oh, and
Ow.
Susanna says shawl, so we're back tied.
Oh, like this was no help at all.
Oh, baby kitten says cowl.
Okay.
Cowl is cowl. Is it? Is it? Are we going with cowl? We'll say that breaks the tie.
Does that break the tie?
Okay, done. Cowl.
Cowl. Okay.
Cowl. What will be ready for test knitting first? Asa says. Oh,
Probably the
Lynn also
cowl.
says cowl, so it is
Okay.
definitely cowl. Okay.
Probably the cowl. Because I don't have the finished oh Lord.
What
I
what
don't
weight of
have
what weight of yarn is it?
the cowl is in I think DK I wrote it for.
Okay. Okay.
I think I wrote it for DK.
And
DK or
color
fingering.
work, cables, or
Color work.
Ooh,
Which I know doesn't
exciting.
excite Asa, which is that's fine.
She's not no, that's not her forte, is it? It's
It's
not
not
her
her thing.
favorite.
And that's okay. She doesn't have to make the cowl. The choose your own adventure sweater numbers, this is what Asa is waiting for, have been delayed because of my injury last week.
Hmm.
I've been
Well,
able to do very short sprints at the computer sitting and then I have to go lie down.
well, yeah, we can only do what you can do.
I can only do
Okay,
what you can
so
do. Right
I brought
now, having both of my hands at the keyboard at the same time is not in the realm of possibility. I can do one hand or the other. That's it. I can have one hand up on the keyboard or I can have one hand up on my mouse. Doing both at the same time is hard. Putting both hands together, absolutely not.
okay. Okay.
Absolutely not. Cracked ribs suck
Yeah,
so much.
they do. All right.
Ugh.
I have an empty project bag here. Well,
Woo!
I have an empty bag that I'm calling a project bag.
That's fine.
So that'll be perfect to put my dainty socks in.
Done.
Look at that. They have their own bag. I won't take them out of here because Liz will yell at me if I do. And
Liz will have marked that bag and she will be expecting to see that bag
I
at
know.
next month's check-in.
I know. Okay. Let me see if I remember. See if I remember. That's the thing is I forget what I say and then I'll
We have to watch this back at 1.5 speed so we can get to the part where we remember what it is we commit to. That sounds about
this
right.
is it. This is it. right here. And there it is, right there.
Excellent.
Ready for next month.
Excellent.
A little pair of shorties that I'm going to get progress done on. We'll see. Okay.
It's good.
Yes. Also says you need to heal first.
I need to I'm not gonna have a lot of computer time next week either. I'm still gonna try to get I'm gonna try to stick to the content creation as much as possible
Yeah.
because that's a harder flow to get into the habit of. And I'm gonna do what I can on my tablet and on my phone, right? Like I'll
Hmm.
continue to work
Well,
that way. But some editing on needs to be at a keyboard. You can't I can do general creation on my phone and on my tablet, but editing, that needs a keyboard, a full screen, it needs proper
yeah, yeah.
situational
Well,
methods. But
just slow and steady. Don't do too much.
oh, trust me, I am informed very promptly when I'm done.
Oh, Tracy has voted Cowell too. So all the Cowell
Okay,
voters are coming in
cowls.
now.
Excellent.
Yes.
And it needs to be finished. I need to be able to publish it. So I've got
Yeah.
the everyday favorite gray cardigan. As soon as I'm done, it's button band and the hello Phaedra, and the instructions have been written for the button band. It's out because it's all I needed to do was test the numbers for the regular lengths, right? So
Okay.
that
Okay.
can
Good.
go. So with any luck, I've published that end of next week.
Okay.
And then that's also out and off my plate, which would be really nice. I need to take photos, so we'll see how that goes because I currently am apartment bound at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well,
mysterious Mr. B and Mr. Adam are over on Wednesday, and they said if I'm upright enough that they would help take photos with me as the model.
okay.
I will just we'll find out naked wall in the apartment to
Mhm.
take the photos against so that they can be cropped and put out, right?
Yeah.
So
Right, right, right.
we'll do what we have to make it work for my current situation.
All right. I've had two people tell me
Mm.
don't leave the
Socks?
project bag there all month. I know that'll be
Oh, they
be
know
like,
you
I know
so
where it is.
well.
I know
They
they
know
do,
you
right? It'll be
so
like, I know
well.
where it is. I didn't lose it. I just did not knit
No,
on it.
I just did
Now,
not knit on
it's
it.
gonna sit
Yeah.
there for right now, and then I'm gonna pack it in my bag tomorrow, and it
Okay.
can go with me.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Good.
That's what I'll oh hey Diane. Diane's just joining us, and I think Lynn has just left us.
Okay. That's okay.
So
People
yeah,
come and go as they need to.
that's exactly right. Because yeah, we're almost at we've got about just 10 minutes to wrap up here, and
Ooh, that's exciting.
then
I have a furry monster. I don't know where it went,
I
but it
saw
was
her
right
walk
here.
in.
I don't know where she was napping. She is. Oh, she's sitting on the stool looking out the window. Hi. Yeah, talking
Oh,
about
nice.
you. What's going on back there? Meow. Why are you meowing? Have you decided you want dinner? Where were you at dinner time? Sleeping on something you probably weren't supposed to be sleeping on.
Daisy's out in the garden.
Mine only does outdoors through a screen. You try to take it outside, it will caterwaul at you like you're shaving it alive or
Yeah.
skinning it alive. She does not. The outside is not for her. She's never liked the outside. We've never been able to convince her to go outside. She doesn't. She's not into it. That is not a table for you to walk on.
All right. Well, what is it before we wrap up here? What's everybody else been working on tonight? What's
Ooh, yes,
exciting?
absolutely. Hang on, I gotta swat a
I
cat.
saw something. Austin said
Hey,
something about scrappy socks. Did
don't do
I
it.
see if I can
Listen, there is these self-striping, scrappy socks, which is just a whole bunch of words put together. I do
Okay.
not feel like counting to four repetitively right now, and that is a count to four change color situation.
Yep. Yep.
So no,
No.
because I am not in the mood to count to four. Which is why those have stalled, because we really got to be in the right place to want to sit down and do four and change, four and change, four and change.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
not in a place right now for that.
okay, you guys, this if I say this,
But it's
I
the same
will,
with like the Hydra socks. Like I want to do the Hydra socks, but I'm not in a place to count and cable at the moment.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see, okay, see, this is not going to work in my favor if I tell you this, but I'll tell you anyway. So I've got another pair of socks on the needles that are stuck in a project bag right now. because they're gradient ones. And I'm the same
Oh,
way. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I don't want
And
to.
it's not that I can't, and it's not that it won't happen. I'm just not in the mood for it right now. And I'm a mood knitter.
And I was all like a month or so ago when I got these minis at Knit
I
City,
don't want you.
Toronto, and I was all gung ho. I was like, I was just gonna knit gradient
I
side.
remember.
I know, right? I was thought that's it. This is all I'm gonna knit
If I
from
told you
for
no,
months
would you
and months and
stop?
months. And then I started it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I like
No,
this.
no, you're not gonna stop. You can't.
So,
Bug, you can't. It
oh, there she
hurts.
is.
It hurts. You're too
The little
heavy.
socks, I may actually just
Go
pull out and color
get
block
your
them
paw out of your mom's boob. You can't.
because
Ow. You are awkward, buddy.
can
Get
you
down.
pick her up without it hurting too much?
No, she's 20 pounds. My weight limit is
Yeah.
10. I can't pick her up. I can't have her on me right now. And
Oh,
she's not handling that well. She does not
oh,
like not
she
being able to
does
climb on
little
mommy.
with you, right?
Yeah, but it hurts. It
Yeah.
hurts too much. I've got at least 3 or 4 weeks. It's like 6 weeks of primary healing for cracked ribs. So
Yeah.
like I could be at the 10-pound weight restriction until sometime in August.
Yeah.
But for the
Well,
moment, guys, I have friends coming over to help do dishwashers, to like empty my dishwasher and load my dishwasher for me. I have people coming over to help me shower right now. Like
mm,
I am very broken.
well, every week that goes by, you're
It
gonna
gets better.
it's gonna be getting better.
I can't go to Icon
That's
this year
fair.
because it's next weekend and there's
Oh,
no way my ribs are going to be good enough for that. So the mysterious Mr. V is thinking about like we'll just have a weekend in. We'll do a sushi night and play some and watch
yeah.
some anime or
Well,
something
there you go. That's what you
because I
gotta
can't
be
do what I want.
adaptable and yep, do what
I
you
have
can
to
do,
heal.
right?
I got to heal properly.
Oh,
Otherwise it's just going to cause more problems later.
yeah, you don't want
I know
that.
this. No, I don't.
Ooh, Jude has a Stephen West shawl.
Ooh,
Oh,
Stephen
oh,
West is beautiful shawls.
where she has messed up the stitch count. And she
Ah,
figure that out. Oh, well,
that's not unusual for me.
that happens, doesn't it?
Aw, it's not
But
fun.
his
It's not fun.
projects are fantastic. So yeah, you'll just have to hopefully you can get yourself back on track.
He's not a project, he's a work of art. Like when you make a Stephen West shell, you've made a work of art.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is, they're so stunning and they're
Oh,
always so
colors
unique and
and
so wonderful. Like just the
absolutely.
challenge of it is so good. It's just so good. Uh, I
Yes,
love it.
everybody's wishing Jude the best of luck figuring that out. Hopefully it'll
Oh
be
my
an
God,
easy fix.
yes.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh my
Hopefully
God,
you don't
yes.
have to think back too many, like if you have to go back a couple of rows, hopefully it's not too much. You can figure out where
Mhm.
it is. Oh,
Or,
Sam's here.
learn the complicated drop down and fix method.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
always an option.
I always figure
Sometimes.
that's that's what I always do. I always figure fix it, try and drop
It's
it down and
gonna
fix it.
depend. It'll depend on where she is in the shawl, what specifically has he has them doing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think I'll ever be comfortable with the concept of like trying to drop down through a Latvian braid or something. Like, there's some things where
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tink,
Yeah.
but it
Or
just
if it's
comes down to what it
cables
is, right?
or yeah.
Yeah.
But I always think of it as try it first because if you can drop down that one stitch and fix it, even if it isn't a braid or if it isn't a something or cable or
Hmm.
whatever, if you can fix it, perfect. Carry on, right? If you can't, you're not any farther ahead because you know, if you drop it down and you can't fix it, well, then you were going to rip it out anyway. So,
Anyway, yeah. There's that. That's absolutely a really good way to look at it.
yeah,
That's
sometimes
fair.
it works, sometimes it doesn't.
That's fair.
But fingers crossed, Jude.
Yes.
Jude says she's hoping, oh, hoping is fudgeable. Figure it out. I can random throw in a couple of extra stitches. Yeah, well,
Also an option.
hopefully, yeah, if you can do that too and carry on, that is also a good thing. Oh, well, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to work on tonight. Which pair of
I'm
shawl, a baby sweater. I've got a bunch of things to pick from tonight for the rest of the evening.
I'm done.
Well,
We're done here. I need to finish editing some photos I took earlier today, and then I need to go to bed. I'm still sleeping like 10 or 12 hours right now, so
all right. Well,
we
then
are rapidly approaching Jocelyn's passy outy time.
Oh, Diane says, what happened with your socks? So Diane, I'll show this to you quick. So
Oh, yes,
my
absolutely.
my challenge socks for this month. Well, I got a little bit done. I got the heel done. A beautiful garter stitch short row heel that I'm very proud of. And I've got progress. So, and this is sock one. So we're not gonna talk about that
I
anymore.
think I think the heel turned out great. I'm glad you're
The
trying different
heel is
heels.
wonderful. I am
I'm
like
glad you're
super
trying different
happy. It's
heels.
not a finished sock. It's not a finished pair, but that's all right. I've got a beautiful heel. I liked it. It was fun. I wasn't swearing while I was doing it. I'll do it again. It's all good. It's good. Now I'm set. I have just set myself up now for a finished sock.
You have.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just going to carry on with that. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining Jocelyn and I. Jocelyn, I'm so glad that you
Yes.
are feeling up to sitting here and chatting with us.
I kid you not. It happened just after the whip sprints on Saturday.
Oh,
We recorded Monday. Like I gave myself a little over 24 hours and then my butt was back in a chair and I was working
and you
as best I
were,
could. Yeah.
oh, jeepers. All right.
I was
You,
very stiff. My mom's like, Dad was watching, she was trying to figure out where you were bruised. I'm like, I'm sorry, did you explain to him what I injured? The bruising's all below the camera. Come on now. I'm sorry. The next time I take a tumble down the stairs, I will endeavor to injure the top half of my person so
no,
my dad
no,
can
no,
see the
no.
bruises.
Keep the head safe.
Yeesh.
Keep the head safe. All right.
Yeesh.
All right. Everybody is saying good night. Jude says heal well, Jocelyn. Yes.
Oh
Take
yeah,
it
no,
easy for the weekend.
I cashed all of the points into the fast healing skill tree. I'm good. Good.
Good.
I have been a klutz my whole life, guys. This is not new.
Wow.
This is not new.
This sounds like, yeah, you really banged
Yeah.
yourself up. So
Oh yeah, no, I
you
did it
take it
good.
easy. Take it easy. And all right, so we will be back here in 2 weeks.
Yes, we were looking at dates and I've already forgotten. The 19th?
Let
The
me look
18th?
here. Dun,
Or is
dun.
that August?
Nope, July 19th.
Hey, I have the right month. Woohoo!
And then the 31st for our check-in. So,
Yes.
all right. Perfect. We've
If
got a plan.
everybody's okay doing it, I'd love a follow on the other YouTube channel. It would really help me out.
Yes.
You don't
Everybody
have to watch if you don't want to, but if you could subscribe, that'd be really nice.
that way. Okay, everybody go check it out.
Everyone can see a
Remember?
super awkward video one, because even after 7 years, it's still awkward.
It always is. And especially
So
it's a new
weird.
channel, it's a new
Oh my God,
topic.
it's
You're
new
starting from
everything.
scratch. I
Oh,
know. It's
feels
nerve-wracking.
so, it's
So,
so, ugh.
all right,
Just,
everybody go check that out. I'll look at it this weekend, Jocelyn.
I will watch you live on Saturday at some point. I may or may not be
Okay.
sleeping when you're live this weekend. I don't know.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, well, everybody,
Bye,
have a nice
guys.
weekend. It's Friday night, the start of the weekend. Enjoy the weekend. And
Let
Jocelyn,
me
I'll see
say
you in a
goodbye
couple
to
of
the
weeks.
internet, and then yes, we can go have dinner.
All right. Happy
She's
knitting,
back at my
everybody.
feet.
Have
Bye,
a great
guys.
weekend. Bye.
You're not starving to death, buddy.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
You don't push other buttons. Yes, well, we
Oh,
have to wait.
oh
You're
my gosh.
you're 20
Oh,
pounds. You're not dying.
let me go this way. See? New update.
Oh,
Buttons
no,
have
it's messed.
changed.
It's all the buttons have changed. It's
I know
messed me up
buttons have
so
changed.
hard.
Okay. All right, let's try this again.